Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Project OZone Lite. I'm down here in the nether where we have all the cows, which is no surprise as you can hear them. And we are going to be building a structure around the cows to keep them from running around. And then I want to keep everything to the motif of the whole thing, which is sort of like the white and the lapis blue, and you see there's a little red and glowstone and stuff. So what I did, I brought my whole chisels and bit set up here to the nether, and I have set up the materials that I have been using. And a bit of advice, if you want to do something like this, it's best to not put them on the floor, because sometimes you can just chisel right through your work area. And the chisel has no respect for anything of any level of intensity in the material. You can do the same thing to this soft material as you can to any hard material. So don't be surprised then that it could go right through. So what I've done is I put it here so I can have eye level. And I've been collecting some of these. I want to show you what we're going to do with them. I have placed a few here, but let me show you how I did that. What I did was I collected a whole bunch, and I made my chisel. As you can see, there's like a line. It shows that there's a line going through, because I made my chisel to do just straight lines like this. But you can do anything you want. Here's a chisel right here. And as long as the chisel is somewhere in here, it will do it, you know. It doesn't have to be necessarily right in your hand. Like I can change my chisel right here, right, without having it in my hand. I just hit my Alt and it automatically changes to whatever I want. Also, you could also just hold it, you can hold the shift or your shift, and you spin the wheel on the center of your mouse. You can see you change the different things that you can do, like small blocks, big blocks, whatever. You can see them. Can you see the outline? So that's because I'm holding shift and I have my chisel in my inventory. So you don't have to necessarily have it here to have it work. It could work from right here. If you have a little chisel bit with you on your hand, then it will just manipulate the chisel for you. The beauty about doing this is that you can just crank up a whole bunch at once. Like if I left click on this, see, it took a whole bunch and it has added them to all the bits. And I have make sure you make yourself a little bit pouch like this one. It's just like, it's called chisel bit bag. And the reason why you want to have this is so you can put all the little chisel bits in here without having to carry them and crowd your area. And it will use them as you need it. If you hold the shift while you have your chisel anywhere, or you have your bag open, it will tell you what block it is that it has in its inventory. The truth of the matter is that it's best to have a whole bunch, like if you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do. So what I have decided to do was get a whole bunch of this blue, because as you can see my pattern up there around the wall, which I've finished putting all the patterns down. They are of this color, so that's what I'm using. What I did was I came here and I selected on my pattern, if you remember, I hold my shift and then I can select the different patterns that I want. Plain or line. So I just kind of want to make a line, because this is what I want to make lines across, right? And so if you put it, don't do it here. If you right click, it will work, but be careful not to left click, because then you'll poke a hole. And you put it wherever you want to put it. As you can see, see, I'm moving it around. So what I really want to do is I want to make a nice looking little block here. The beauty of this is that you could just make different designs on it, make a pattern, and then place the pattern all the way through. Let's say that I want to make a design with bits, but look, you say, oh no, but it's making making lines. So, sorry about my dog. if you hit the shift and you hit you roll your scroll bar, it will give you different things like plane, align. I don't know if you can see, but right above my inventory on my hat bar, you can also see the name of the items as they come up. See, it gives you what it is and it shows you. So just point somewhere without pressing anything, so you don't want to make a dent on your wall if you have a pretty wall. Single bit, for example, there's single bit. I can do single bit so I can make a pattern, something similar to that, for example. I'm going to put my chisels of my glowstone right there. And I've selected just a single bit, because then I can make a pattern here by placing with my right click a different bit for a pattern. All you have to do is just make one. Like you say, oh my gosh, do I have to do this all the way through every single part? No. We're just gonna make one, and then we're gonna play with it. And I really don't know what I want to make, but it sounds to me like I want to make something. You could do, I'm gonna do it a double because I don't, too thin, would be too thin if I just do one single one. So I just want to make it so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to make sure that it's center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it is center now. Haha. Oh, nice. Anyways, yeah, I want to play with this glow because it will illuminate and it will make, it will kind of brighten out the area of the cow as it's sitting there. It won't be quite so dark for the cow. Poor cow. So what I really want to do is I want to make something like a little pattern that goes out. The cow is already being tested that does not come out of this area. So yeah, make a little pattern, make whatever you want. I just want to make it like this. Oops. Oh, did you see that? I went too far, and look it. I placed it right there. If you right click, if you point to it, and make sure it's selected, you left click on it, it'll take it away. Oh, I'm telling you, that's why you have to do things like kind of up in the air, because if you do it too close, it will definitely affect. All of a sudden you have one chisel bit from somewhere you don't know where it is. You're like, where could it be? Okay. A bit of advice, that's it. Okay. I'm just like gonna put these ones together and see how they look. Don't they look cool? You get close and they're pretty big, so you could actually work with them really nicely. It's not like perfect. Now it's too high for me to get up there. I also have some red here. I have the gold and the red and the lapis, and the lapis is going to be this one, but I also want to put a little accent of red on this. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm just gonna leave a little bit of blue in between. I'm just gonna make like a little triangle here. We'll just go like this. I think that would do. And I'll do the same thing on this side. And yeah, I want to keep a certain pattern going. 3 and then those. Okay, I think that's good enough pattern. When I make the pattern, it will probably be only one half like this, and then I'll have to make another pattern for this. If you look on your A4 inventory and you look for the positive chisel design, make sure that's the one we get. We're not going to do the negative, which is fun too, but the negative just takes the items away from, takes the things away from the block, and the positive just puts them on. And this requires us to have a bucket of water and paper and lapis blue. That's all we need. It's very simple, very, very simple vanilla kind of thing. Oh, where's my workbench? Here it is. Okay, let's see if I can put, to make several patterns. And we decided we needed paper. Where are you, papier? Oh, I'm definitely not gonna use this many. That would be just like way too many paper patterns. But maybe I'll take a 5 to start. And as you can see, as it used out the buckets, it put them back in here. So there's my 5 buckets. I wonder if you can hear the cows because they sound really loud and they're heavy breathing. So let's see. Okay, so you come over here and you right click it. Maybe even left click it. I'm not sure. I'm going to try both. I'm going to start with my left click. No, that did not work. So I'm going to do my right click. One of them is going to take. Okay, I don't know. Well, I am not that happy that I cannot put it right here. And we have yet another option that we can do. Once we put it down, we have a choice of where we want to put it. Once we copy it and we have it copied, we can go ahead and put it anywhere we want to, and we'll hold shift. As you can see, I can move it anywhere around, wherever I want to. It doesn't necessarily have to be where it is. Let's say we want it right here in the middle, and then I would just right click. Now see, the reason why it is like right there is because if we look, let's see if I can do this. If we look at our pattern, okay, let's see. Oops, here we go. If I hit the Alt and we have options, we can place our pattern on a placement, which is that one that I just did right there, is some placement. Or we can switch it to additive, which means it will add it to a block that exists already. Or we could replace it. So which is the one that we were messing around with, where we replace the whole thing. We'll put it like in there and press replace, and then it would just replace everything instead of the block. It will replace it. So, but this one here that I believe is best, works for us, is the placement. So let's Alt again, and we can see, right, placement. It just places it over a block. And if you hit the shift, well, somebody told me not to repeat myself, but here we go. If we hit our shift, then we are able to just move it anywhere we want to. And so we can keep it at a certain level and place it. And like I want it in the middle, so it will be like in the middle of each block, like that. Alrighty, so I placed all of them down, and I decided to put a block to align them because it's so much easier just to align them to a block than to try to guess where it is. And like right there. Then I checked to be sure that it looks like it's like the other one, so it looks pretty good. And I was holding shift in order to manipulate the block where I wanted to put it. And nice. So that's all for those. I'm going to put a little extra bits right here at the end like I did before. Let me see, where's those ones? That's these bits. And another thing, if you happen to be placing the blocks and you keep trying and trying, it's just not placing, it's because you're out of bits for maybe one of the things in your pattern. So what you really want to do is you want to get yourself some more. And this one's a little tough to put because it's kind of hard to see where it is. Okay, I'm almost to the end here. I need 3 more to place, and just a bit of advice. So if you're placing and you're adding little bits like this, the best thing to do is to stand on the side. Hit your shift and then align it. It's the best way. It's the easiest way. Otherwise you're like, oh no, it's too high. Is it high? Is it low? Right there. You see, you can see it as it aligns, so it makes it a lot better. There, done. So I'm done with this whole thing. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think so. Okay, great. So now I'm going to be making the front. And the front doesn't have to be too big, even though this appears to be. Once I take this block off, let me take it off. Okay. Once I take these blocks off, as you can see, it seems like there's a lot of space, but it's really not. It's really not. Alrighty, so the best thing to do for me is to show you from the beginning what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a block here because this is where I want my design to go. So like on a block like this, so I'm going to make my design across here. The cow will not be able to get through any of these areas because it will be like a full block, so she can get through on either side. But I want to place it smack in the middle so it will look cool. It's not going to be a big design of things because it has to also lie on top. Okay, so I'm gonna select. You just hit shift and you select what you want. I could go with, I think the next one is 8, maybe a cube. Let's see. This one here. Because I think this one is more or less like this size. Actually, it looks a little bigger though, huh? Okay, let me place one. Let's see, should I do it? I want to do it like towards the middle. There, like that. Is that too big? I wonder if that's too big. I think that's bigger than these ones. I'm not sure that I want to make them all in glow. I think I'm gonna undo this one and make him, I thought I decided I wanted to make them all in blue. So put it in the middle and let's continue. As you can see, I was off a little bit here, so I can just hit my cube. Well, my cube because that's what I got. Okay, let's see. That will be it. That will be it. That would be it. And I don't want to take the pattern with that, so this will be, oh, I can't get in. I can't get in. So the cow is saying, I can't get out. And of course, I could probably jump over that because I'm big and smart. Probably the cow too, but we'll test it, huh? Okay, so now that I have that in, I can put, I'm just gonna do this so that I have a place to view where it's gonna go exactly and not just guess at it. I'm just gonna make a pattern real quick. All I really need is one. So I don't wanna do the pattern with this on top because then it will look, and it's done. See, easy peasy. And then now what I want to do is I want to impose it on top of that. Let's see. Alt. So right there. Nice. There. As long as I have bits in my bag, it will do this. The minute I run out of bits, it will look like, oh no, I'm trying and I can't put it. The stuff is not coming to me because my magnet is not on my hot bar. Okay, I think that would do it, and what I'll do is I'll decorate this area with greenery and things and put some chests here so that I can keep some of the things. I'm not gonna have more than 9 cows on one side and 9 cows on the other, and then that's really all I need, and I'll just recycle them as I need for things that I need. So I'm gonna move in the cows and we'll take a look, okay? Oh, there you go. This is how they look. They're all in their cradle. They're all looking nice and spiffy. They fit fine. None of them have gotten out. I've been running around. And yes, this is it. We're going to call it a success. We did. We learned. We came here. We learned how to do a little bit of chisels and bits. We learned a lot about the things that we could do with them. And we created something. This is it. This is how it's going to be. I like it. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to hit the like if you like. Also, don't forget to follow my friend Oblyx, who is pretty awesome in a lot of stuff. You just have to look at his videos and you'll be so amazed. I know I am. Anyways, thank you for coming and have a good evening.